vocab, command and control. So this vocab always means word knowledge, which means 25% of your ASVAB score is based on vocab. So a lot of times people really focused on the math and worried about their score in the math, and it's important. But remembering this is an important part of your score too. Okay, to improve vocab, the best thing you can do, read for 15 minutes every day. Try to focus on a military type reading, like a blog or magazine, something like that. All right, so those first 4 words you see here, these are just 4 really common words that we see show up a lot, right? So being familiar with those, and we'll go with 2 examples here, command and control. All right, so the word that they give us is disobedient. Disobedient most nearly means, and then we have 4 answer choices. Okay, so as we go with the answer choices, so if we're thinking disobedient, then it's somebody who doesn't follow orders. So we'd be looking for words kind of like that. Ultra conservative, peaceful, conservative, fractious. Okay, so as we look at them, there's probably a good chance that you look at the word fractious and you're not exactly sure what that means. Okay, ultra conservative, and then our other part when we're looking at answers is seeing if we can eliminate answers. And so if you have 2 answers that mean almost the same thing, it's very hard for one of them to be right and for the other one to not be right, right? And since only one answer works, if we have 2 that mean the same thing, we can usually eliminate both of them, right? So we have ultra conservative and conservative. I mean, it's almost exactly the same thing. It's about as close as possible. We got that ultra on there, right? But basically, they're both conservative. Okay, so we can feel pretty good about eliminating those 2. And then we have peaceful. Okay, so again, if we're thinking disobedient, they don't follow orders. Peaceful, it's not necessarily the opposite of that, but it doesn't really connect very well. I'd feel pretty comfortable eliminating that too. So even without knowing this word fractious, I'd be pretty confident that that was the answer. Okay, and that's really how we want to be able to eliminate answer choices. Sometimes it's easier, like this one, pretty easy to eliminate all these answer choices except for fractious. So let's go ahead and go to the answer key. And here we see fractious means unruly. Okay, unruly, doesn't follow rules. Perfect. Fractious, we got it right. All right, let's do the next one. The magnate's mandate seemed unfair to most employees. Okay, so we have mandate is our word, right? And then unfair, right? So that's what we're looking for. So say we don't know what mandate means, or we think maybe we do, but we're just not sure. It's going to happen. It's going to happen on some questions, right? Seemed unfair to most employees. Okay, so I'm looking for something that seems unfair. Okay, so our first one is divorce. Okay, and then if it's sort of like foggy for you as you're looking at the answer choice, go ahead and put it in the sentence. So the magnate's divorce seemed unfair to most employees. That really doesn't make any sense. So divorce could be like a legal divorce between people who are married. Certainly employees wouldn't care about that. Divorce can refer to other things, but it's so vague, there's no way that's the answer. So let's say divorce is out. Okay, next is force. So again, we're looking for something that seems unfair. Okay, so something that was forceful could be unfair. The magnate's force seemed unfair to most employees. Okay, so we'll leave it, but I'm doubting that that's the answer also. Okay, just because it doesn't flow very well in a sentence, and the answer choice is going to tend to do that. Okay, third answer choice is care. The magnate's care seemed unfair to most employees. Okay, so there's no way that's it. So if it said the lack of care, that could be. Okay, but with just care, no. And then finally command. The magnate's command seemed unfair to most employees. That fits very nicely and is almost for sure the right answer. This is a much better choice than force, right? Force doesn't fit nearly as well. Okay, and so with both of these, we're able to eliminate all of the wrong answer choices. just by, in this case here, looking at the sentence, and then in the one above, just having the answer choices relate to disobedient. Okay, so let's, again, for mandate, so we'll go to the answer key, see if it can help us. All right, right here we see mandate. So mandate is a noun that means an authoritative order. So command would certainly be an authoritative order. Force, not nearly as much. Force is something that we would use, but wouldn't necessarily represent an order. Okay, so that's vocab, command and control.